So I asked you guys on Twitter earlier today what you wanted to see video-wise from me in Miner's Haven, and I got an overwhelming response of people requesting me to show you guys my current setup in Miner's Haven that I've been using personally. That is exactly what we're going to do today. Hey, what's up guys, I'm Evan Bear One, and welcome to the video, and let's just jump right into showing you guys my setup. So, if we load my layout here, I have this right here. It only costs 13 septillion for me to load everything. Now, of course, I have $50 right now, but now I'm immediately up to septillions. So how I do that is I have a yttrium mine going into a Dreamer's Anguish, and then once I have that 14 septillion I need, or 13 actually septillion I need, I load that, buy everything, and then I go ahead and remove that. And then once I've removed the Dreamer's Anguish and the yttrium, I have the symmetriite going through the Big Bertha and an ore tracker into the green teleporter here. But what I do is I do a pineapple refiner and then an astral setter, because the astral setter really needs to be at the beginning of the setup. Then we do the royal rabbit, and I have a little bit of space here just in case I want to add anything new, like if I get any new reborn items or exotics or so on and so forth. So I have just some Discord conveyors just in case I need to move anything around. It just makes it a lot easier. I have a festive spirit and then the pizza list. I then use the Vestarian upgrader, virtual enhancer because it's as far as it can be from the symmetriite mine. Then I have the toxic waste disposal, deadly spore, phase refiner, and then a little bit more space. Once again, I have a half conveyor and a storage conveyor just in case I need to have some more space to add some stuff in here. And you'll also see that I'm using these portable tractor beams. So these portable tractor beams are just up there and upgrading all the ores as we go. Of course, I'm using the Ghost of Christmas Past and some orbital upgraders as we turn the corner here into the Atlantic Monolith. And then for the Atlantic Monolith, I have that there, so then it has the Frigid Dystopia here, as well as the Scorching Heat, so then it gets the maximum amount of upgrades that it can. We then have the Crystallized System, Spooktastic Refiner, and the Pumpkin Hero, with the Santa's Sleigh and Tropical Breeze and Gator's Cove for the last ones in this little set here. So then we climb up this ramp, and we have the Glass Butterfly. So this is where I decided to do all of my way up high upgraders, and I just kind of have done something kind of interesting here with turning the corner and going straight into the vortex chamber. So of course I use all the way up high upgraders I have, all the exotics and contraband ones. So we use Glass Butterfly, Alien Relic, then we have Diamond Egg, Winter Heart, Gingerbread House, Amber Fossilizer, and of course the Beehive. And then that goes into a vortex chamber. So what this is all doing is it's getting it all upgraded as much as possible, so then we can get to the end of the setup, which you guys will see in just a little bit. So after the vortex chamber, then we turn the corner here, actually using, instead of just a normal right turn, we use the green tea latte. So that's upgrading a little bit and also moving the ores and turning them this way. Then of course we use the Reaper's Fortress and the Clover Shrine, dropping it down onto the Clover Shrine, then going through the Ruby Crystallizer, and then of course through the Caramel Birthday Cake. So then right after the Caramel Birthday Cake, they drop down onto the Vaporwave Vibe Visualizer, Honeycomb Solace, Dust Devil, and then we have it go through the Illusions of Void. And we have it perfectly set up here, so then it seems like the ores are basically going right in the middle here as well, just to make sure that it's actually hitting that Illusions of Void. And then we have the Vitamin C coder. So then I have a bunch of space here once again, so then just in case I need to add any more items, I can do that. So we have the Sand Shark Sender, which then sends it all the way up here. So if I actually jump up here, then you guys can see that I am using the Sand Shark receiver up on top of the platform, in fact, sending it through an Obsidian infusion device and then a Freon sprayer, making that go through the Methane Skyfleet, so then it is actually raised all the way to the top, so then it's doing the max amount that it can be, since that's how the methane works. The higher it is, the higher the upgrade. Then I have a hydraulic teleporter, which is sending it over to here, where then it's being upgraded by the Cybeg 9000 and has a Freon sprayer. And then, of course, I'm using all the new exotic items that we got from the egg, so of course I'm using the eye teleporter to then drop them down onto this. And I've decided from the eye teleporter, since they're being dropped down right there, I'm just going to use the Newtonic corroder. So then it's hitting that, and I don't have to use any ore cannons or anything to actually hit that. I then use a centering conveyor to make sure they're centered, so then when they get down here to the maintenance supporter, they'll actually hit that. But right after, of course, I use the chemical refiner and upgrade it even more. And then since they're already centered, I do all of my centering items now. So I have the plasma scanner and I have the shard park, just so then it doesn't actually get stuck on the side and it's centered. Then we have the True Overlord device, the Quantum Clockwork, the Spook Lord device, because you can use both the Spook Lord and the True Overlord in one. And then we have the Ore Magnifier, the Mineral Wheel, and then of course our Arcane Lightning, which I'm not actually clicking right now, so it's not actually doing anything except for slowing down those ores. We come around the bend here and we have the Malicious Incubator, and then we have the Wild Spore to just put that out because the Malicious Incubator does make it like toxic for a couple seconds. So we do need to get that out with a Wild Spore. Then of course, like my last video I posted yesterday, we have the Tesla Refuter and this entire setup. And if you guys want to know how to do this, you can implement this to any setup. And all you need to do is just follow those instructions. But we have the Tesla Refuter going up the ramp to then go to the Ore Replicator to send back to the beginning of the setup. Keeps on going through, hits Final Upgrader, replicates it again, sends it back to the beginning of the setup using this here. And then goes through my Black Dwarf and then upgrades it again, or duplicates it again, or replicates it, whatever you want to call it, again, sending it back to the beginning, and then so on and so forth. It just keeps on going and keeps on going, like I explained in my last video. The link for that will be in the description. And then, of course, we have the Vampire Spore, so then it's getting that last little bit, and it will destroy the ore if it doesn't get to the furnace soon enough. But then we have the Vampire Spore with some portable flamethrowers, and then, of course, the Frozen Eclipse into my Dark Illuminator. Now, that was a lot. I know that was, like, crazy, but that's basically the setup that I'm using. That's what it looks like. It's a little complicated, but it gives me a lot of money. I mean, clearly. I'm not even right now clicking the Dark Illuminator or the Arcane Lightning, and it's already getting me up to that much money. I mean, it didn't even take that long, and I'm already at 20 lives. So let me show you guys this. So I'm rebirthing with 20 lives here, skipping 20 lives. Now I'm going to show you guys how fast this can actually rebirth for me. So I'm going to do this as quick as possible. Load this. Okay, here we go. Everything's loaded. Let me get up to 13 septillion, and boom. We're going to then remove the yttrium so it's not clogging our ore limit. We're going to let this go through, and I'm not going to click anything.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
I'm already at unvigintillion just by not even doing anything. I haven't touched anything, nothing. Duovigintillion now. If I was clicking, and I'll start clicking the furnace here, this will give me significantly more money per ore. And if I was also clicking the arcane, it would give me even more. So that's how fast I can rebirth, just that little amount of time. And if I want to send it all the way through so that I can get up to that 20, all I have to do is let it go through one more time through the loop of my setup, and then boom, that's 20. So let's watch this. And just like that, if we check here, I can already skip 18 lives, now 19 lives, just by sending it through one more time. And if it can go again, it can go again for a third time around my setup if I really want it to. But honestly, 19 lives is okay. And that's, once again, still without clicking the arcane. If I was clicking the arcane, we would already be at 20 lives to skip without even sending it through again. So what I'm doing right here, like with this setup, is a really good setup. I would assume most of you guys don't have all of these items that I have, or the same amount, or so on and so forth. But if you guys want to kind of take what I'm doing here and kind of put your own items to it, this is a really good setup that'll help you out a lot and get you a lot of money really quickly. So let's go ahead and rebirth here, skipping 19 lives, and there you go. So that's my setup. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it was kind of simple. It wasn't like a super long video of me explaining anything or whatever, but you guys asked for me to just give you kind of like a rundown of what my setup is, and so that's what it is. If you guys have any questions or comments, of course, comment them down below. subscribe, like the video as well, and thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. See you guys later.